Welcome back to Turn Talk with your host TOR Turn and my girlfriend SW.
What up?
Did you hear? Did you fucking no pause? Wait,
I hear?
Wait, stop. First of all, let's talk about our podcast before we get into it, right?
Oh damn.
So Turn Talk is now on YouTube.
What up?
So you're watching us on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Yep.
We should appreciate you, you know. No real comments on our last post, so we couldn't really do our fan of the week.
Oh no.
So everybody get a fan of the week. So thank you for following us once again, and thank you for transitioning to YouTube with us. Together we are strong. We nation stand up. So this is our second episode on YouTube. You know, our 15th episode, second season on our podcast. Now we're gonna call it the superfamily.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about family. There's always an underlying meaning with me. I know. So,
it's annoying sometimes.
Me no kid. I think this put great, you know, whatever. Threw me off a little bit. I can't stand you. So, now let's get back at it, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Have you heard?
Have I heard?
Have you heard? Did you see it?
I see a lot of things.
She-Hulk? Did you see She-Hulk yet, sir?
I have not seen the first episode yet.
So that's strike one on SW. Everybody please say strike one on SW. She-Hulk dropped on Thursday.
Okay.
When I said awesome, I mean awesome. Awesome. The actress who plays She-Hulk killed it.
Nice.
She killed it. So now I can't get into details because somebody, I ain't gonna mention no name, didn't see it yet. So, you know, I can't spoil it for him. Sorry, but I'm trying to keep it. So I'm trying to keep it what was in the trailer. So we all know the actress who plays She-Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Her name is Tatiana
Maslany.
Tatiana Maslany. Please forgive me if I butchered your name. I apologize. But she killed it. Awesome relationship with, you know, the guy who played Bruce Banner in the Adventure was in it. But we all knew. Yeah, but we all knew this, right?
Yeah.
He came up with a name for his own Hulk. It's funny, so I ain't gonna give that away. It's hilarious, right? So that the nice back and forth with them, you could tell it was like siblings, siblings / cousins. You know, because we all know She-Hulk is
Bruce's cousin.
But you watched the cartoons back in the day.
Yes.
Me personally, I haven't watched it. I didn't even know that shit existed.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, so give me a little details about that if you don't mind, sir.
Okay. In the adventures of Hulk and She-Hulk, there's the
brain fart.
Yes,
brain fart. Oh, it's okay. No worries. I'm here for
basically, Mastermind sits there, kidnaps what was her name? Carol. She-Hulk's.
I forgot her name. I was so concentrated on learning her regular name.
Kidnaps her. She ends up getting sick. Has Bruce come in, give her a blood transfusion.
Yeah.
And that's what started the whole Hulk transformation originally.
Yeah.
And she can actually control her transformations much better than Bruce ever could.
Yeah, that's what they get into in this one too. Like I said, that they set up the storyline so well and so much information right there. I can't give anything away. But we all know that She-Hulk is a lawyer. We all knew that, right? And in the comic book, right? And in the anime show, did they talk about her career being a lawyer, or she was just out there being She-Hulk?
They talk about it a little bit. But for the most part, she is the She-Hulk, and she is flirty, bodacious, with big head of hair.
Oh yeah, she got big hair here, and this one is lovely. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right. But in this one, look like they're going to keep it as kind of like a lawyer show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and I like to see where they go with this, and I'm hooked to it. And I really loved it that Bruce Banner was there in the first episode.
Yeah.
It kind of like set him up like, okay, bro, go ahead, have fun. Like, real piece of that. Like I said, yo, Marvel don't miss. Marvel don't miss. Everything they put out is fire, man.
Yeah.
Tell me a show that wasn't fire. Well, this whole phrase of how they interact every show with every movie and even you remember the Shield show?
Yes.
Even the Shield show was connected to the movies, and I used to watch the Shield show when the movie came out. I was like, I want to see the connection, how they gonna do it. It was awesome. I think
there was a couple shows that did not hit well.
Like what, sir?
The Inhumans.
Trial by Fire. Trial by Fire. Something.
Yeah.
Now everything gonna make it, sir. I ain't gonna lie. I totally forgot about that show. That's how awesome that show was. I totally forgot about it. Sorry, Inhumans.
It was a good show. It just never caught off.
This is my personal opinion. Like I repeat, this is my personal opinion. So please do not take it to SW or anywhere else. That's your show. I cannot get into it. And I'm a big mutant fan.
But they're not mutants, they're Inhumans.
I know, but I'm saying like Inhuman and mutant kind of go like hand in hand. In the comic books, in the X-Men Adventures, they kind of went hand in hand. And I was like, I didn't like it. I did not like it at all. I watched like 2 episodes. I was like, I'm done. Well, where's my Shield at? Oh, I'm watching that.
But yeah, the interesting thing about the Inhumans is they made it so that they had to unlock the abilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you haven't watched Shield's gonna be one of that episode probably after your birthday. Soon we're gonna talk about Shields and that whole awesome. I love the way they ended it too. They kind of ended up on a high note and they kind of dropped it at the end for me for a little bit, but it was still good. It was a lot of information right there, and I loved it.
Yeah.
So we're talking about She-Hulk right now. Attorney at Law, awesome. Girl power, I loved it.
Yeah.
The first episode was fire, and we all gonna talk about the second episode next episode too. Hopefully by then you would have watched it, and I can't believe you did. Shit.
What, it dropped last night, didn't it?
No, man, the eye you just did, like I caught it at the end. I was like, really? Okay. So hopefully you'll watch it by then, so we can get into a little bit more details. And we're gonna talk a little bit more details about the first episode next show. But if you haven't watched it, go to Disney Plus. She-Hulk is awesome. It's hilarious. It's adventurous, and it sets up the main character so well. Like they did not drop the ball, and they ain't fast paced. It was a nice up and down motion with it, and they set everything up pretty. But we want to see what happened in the next episode. So that was She-Hulk. And you know what this show is really about? You know what this show really about? SW? I'm waiting, sir.
She-Hulk Attorney at Law, or
no, also Turd Talk. All capital letters, by the way. Like and subscribe. You know what this show is about?
What?
Superfamily. We're gonna talk about Superman. I ain't gonna lie, Superman is the reason why I'm in comic books.
One of them, yes.
Nah, Superman. I watched Superman as a young kid. And I always wanted the comic book, but being from a struggling family at the time, we couldn't afford comic book. But I always been like, when I wanted. Then when I got to a good age, I could buy my comic book because I was making money. Like first thing I ran into was Superman, and then I stumbled into Teen Titans, and Teen Titans just like brought me in. But the interest of Superman always had me in, and a little thing I want to say to all the up and coming comic book creators and or artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do not give up your 100% right to a character.
Agreed.
I don't care how much money it is. The 2 guys who made Superman gave up their 100% right for it was a good sum of money at the time.
Yes, but now it's peanuts.
Yeah, now it's peanuts. It was a good set of money at the time, but they lost 100% control of Superman and they couldn't get it back.
Yep.
Sad.
It happens. It happened to a lot of comic books,
especially in the Golden Age.
Oh yeah.
Because it kind of happened to Batman too. Bob Kane wasn't the only creator of Batman. It was something Finger. I had to look up the name because I watched the documentary. Bob Kane had a help create Superman, Batman, right?
Yes.
And it took 3 generations of the other guy who helped create Batman to get the rights. So his name could be on that, but created by Bob Kane and something fingers.
Just to get the recognition.
Just to get the it took him 3 generations.
Yeah.
Because when Bob made it seem like he made the whole thing up, and Buddy gave up his rights. It was a sad story. It actually was a documentary, and when I find a documentary, I'll let you guys know.
Yep.
It's not just my opinion. It's a documentary. It's a fact. I'm not making this shit up.
The research has been done.
Well, it wasn't done by me, but it was been done. So, but we all talking about Superman.
Yes.
And I like to call it the evolution of Superman and Clark Kent. Cause they started off. I ain't gonna lie. They had a show in the 50s.
Yes.
Me know nothing about the show. Me know nothing. I just know it ran for 6 seasons.
Yes.
And that's all. And that's all I know. It probably was, at the time was one of the blockbusters TV show.
Yes, it was good for its time.
Yeah, I remember. I was watching the clip about that show, about how the first time they made the man fly, everybody got excited because that was like how we gonna pull that off? I know nowadays people like 3D. Nah, but back in the days, they were like, we don't know how we gonna do it, but we gonna figure it out.
We gotta put them up in the air somehow.
Somehow, right? So we're gonna go ahead and skip by the events of Superman, even though it ran for 6 seasons.
Yes.
So it probably was a banger.
Yeah.
Probably was a good show. Then we're gonna go ahead and skip on to one of my childhood favorites, Lois and Clark: The New Adventures of Superman, who ran for 3 seasons in 1993 to 1997.
I have seen this one.
Did you love it?
I did.
I loved it too. I mean, I remember watching this with my sister. I was like, "Whoa, what is this? This is Superman?" Oh, sorry. And the two main characters for Superman was Don Kent. No.
Dean Cain.
Dean Cain.
Terry Hatcher.
Terry Hatcher. Dean Cain played Superman. Terry played on Lois Lane.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, I had a crush on Lois Lane though. The actress who played Lois Lane, Terry.
Yeah. She was rocking.
Wow. Oh man. I ain't gonna lie, I had a little fetish with girls with like kind of business suits with the skirts. I used to love that.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, I still do. I still
me too.
do. I'm just saying.
Even though the librarian look.
Mm-hmm. I think she's the reason why the librarian look got so good. That's just my personal opinion. Please don't take me to court about this, because I will lie. Did you say this on there? I ain't saying on there. Nah, it wasn't me, sir. I think they must have stood me. But yeah, I ain't going like ran for 3 seasons. It was great. I think this like I don't know. I can't 100% confirm this, but me personally, this when I found out Superman actually had a female partner that could hold her own towards him and never heard no punches. And you can actually see the relationship evolve from me and Clark Kent, and from dating Clark Kent and having a crush on Superman, and then Superman telling her his secret identity. He actually is Superman, and actually getting married.
And I believe this is the TV show that sparked the original 5 Superman live action movies.
No, it was a show before.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a show before. The Adventures of Superman, I thought was the one that sparked it. Because if you looked at the timeline, the movies came out before Lois and Clark.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Christopher Reeve fell off the horse, got paralyzed.
Yeah.
And then they had to recast everything.
Mm-hmm. So it was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, but Lois and Clark, 3 seasons, awesome. One of my favorites. I just love how you see the relationship between Lois Lane and Clark Kent evolve.
Yes.
From being just co-workers, from being more than co-workers, from flirting with each other,
to a relationship,
to having. One of my favorite scenes was that Lois was body snatched or cloned, right? But she knew everything that Lois knew, right? And this was after they get married. So she walking up, "Hey baby, hey honey," to Superman. Superman like, "No, bro, you can't say that, because everybody think you made the Clark Kent, not Superman." So like, oh, but you thinking like, Lois doing that? Lois know better than that. she was body snatched. One of the favorite scenes was like, hey baby, let me talk to you. So I'm like, yo, what you doing, bruh? Chill. This ain't what you want. This ain't. You had any favorite scenes with Lois and Clark the Adventures?
That I can think of offhand?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, but
I haven't seen it in over a decade now.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen that as long, but that scene sticks in my head. That was one of my favorite scenes all time, point blank. It's like, wow, that's funny. I loved it. And now we know we got to talk about this.
Of course
We got to talk about Smallville.
Yes.
Well, when I say this show was a banger,
it really was.
It sparked the Arrow universe.
Yes.
It sparked the Arrow universe because all the main characters in Arrow universe was in Smallville.
Yep.
So let's talk about Smallville being its own separate universe from the Arrowverse, right? Because let's face fact, they somewhat had Superman,
and they did bring him back when they said they did
the crossovers.
Yes, the crossovers.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. Give us a second. Give us a second. So they had Superman. They had Lois, right? They had the Flash.
Yes.
They had Cyborg.
Green Arrow.
No, they had Cyborg.
Yes, and they had Green Arrow.
They had Green, and there was talk about Batman.
You forgot they had Aquaman.
And Aquaman. Yeah, they had Aquaman. You want to hear something very funny? The actor who plays the Green Arrow in Smallville was supposed to do a show about Aquaman, but that show didn't go. If you look on YouTube, there's a little trailer about it.
Really?
Yeah, I stumbled on it like years ago. I thought it was going to be a show. I was waiting. Because this actually happened around the time that Green Arrow was about to come out. And I'm like, okay, they're going to recast him as Aquaman, have his own little show. But I guess the writers didn't like that. And they just scrapped the whole thing and went with Flash. So, but they had the lineup. They had the line that sparked the Green Arrow.
Yep.
You know, because if this show would have flopped, if you want to do like 2 or 3 seasons, no Green Arrow.
Oh,
no Arrowverse. Definitely not. And this all about Doug.
But this was also in comic book heyday when all the comic book were being bought up by all the big studios like they were candy.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they did. They sparked the whole thing up. So Smallville, banger, 10 season.
We forgot about Booster Gold.
Booster Gold was in there, and Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle was in there. Had a little
cameo.
Little cameo. I think we talked about this in our previous podcast too. Blue Beetle.
Probably did.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it. I know we did. So Blue Beetle, Booster Gold. It was a great season. The whole 10 season, and the evolution of Clark Kent becoming Superman. It kind of was in reverse because we usually get Superman and then we learn the history about Clark Kent. But this time it was Clark Kent and then learning how to be Superman.
I also forgot the Martian Manhunter.
He was in there too. The Martian Manhunter was in there. But Martian Manhunter wasn't in the Eververse though.
No.
And he wasn't in it.
But he was in the Supergirl universe.
It was in the Supergirl. I forgot all about Supergirl. Not one of my favorite shows.
Mine either.
Yeah. But we're going to go ahead and skip past that because we don't want no haters. So, right, on Smallville, banger, once again. 10th season.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can find it on Hulu. It's not on Netflix.
No.
It might be on HBO Max. If I'm not mistaken.
It probably is.
If I'm not mistaken.
Because they have most of the DC.
I find that kind of weird though. A lot of DC shows is on there. Like the new Superman and Lois show is on there. So HBO Max, holler at us. And I'm just saying, great team up right here. That's all. So okay, one of my favorite facts about Smallville, right? Tom Welling, right, the actor who plays Clark Kent, aka Superman, felt like he never played Superman. He felt like he played Clark Kent. What do you think about that saying right there? When when you hear something like that? Do you feel like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Or do you like, nah, bruh, nah?
Well, he played the evolution of Clark Kent to Superman, but not Superman himself, because at the end of the 10 seasons, it showed the suit, but that was it.
Show some flying too. Yeah, some flying. But I ain't gonna lie. The first time I heard that, I was like, my mind blown. I was like, yes, he did. He really did not play Superman. Matter of fact, only time he did play Superman was in the 10th season. Wasn't the end because they did a little time traveling one with what's that character name? One of the big villains. The cyber one. Brainiac.
Oh.
Brainiac.
Oh.
Brainiac 10 from the Legion.
Uh-huh.
In the future, he came in the past, and then he was trying to show because Superman was down on his luck. He was like, oh, I don't want to be Superman no more. He's like, come on, man. Yeah, and then he took him to the future, but he got lost, right? And then he actually seen himself, and he was Superman. And he went out, opened the shirt, took off. You know, it's the only time he actually played Superman.
Yeah.
Like I had to go back and watch it. I was like, yeah, the man is right. And I ain't gonna lie, one point in character I want to talk about before we lose time because we're already at the halfway point. We got so much more to talk about, right? Chloe Sullivan.
Yes.
You remember this actress?
I do.
Honestly, I think Clark Kent dropped the ball on this one.
Yeah.
Like honestly, he had two friends, right? He had Sam.
Yes.
Or Jimmy. Sam.
Sam,
right? And Chloe.
Yes.
Chloe had a crush on Clark.
Oh, she had it bad.
Oh, bad. But here's the thing, right? I swear Clark Kent would never become Superman without Chloe.
No.
Cause when she ain't know his secret identity, right? She kept informing him about information throughout the episode of the case.
Yes.
You know?
She's the informant that sat there, showed him where all the issues were popping up.
Yeah, she kind of was like the inside person, not knowing that she was an inside person. And then you remember the scene when she found out that he had abilities? Do you remember that scene? I don't think you do. So Clark had a girlfriend.
Yes.
Right? She had mutant abilities. She could, poof wherever she wants, right? She got into her head that another person needed to know who not Superman, but Clark Kent having powers. It shows Chloe. And then she called Clark, acting like she was about to get into an accident, put Chloe over there, saw him call a car. And mom was just blown.
Yes.
It messed with her mental ability so much that she talked to her cousin, Lois, right?
Yes.
Talked to her. If you knew somebody had a secret but wasn't hurting anybody but actually were helping, do you, tell that person? She's like, if he's not hurting himself or anybody else, when he's ready to open up, he will.
Yep.
I was like, you know what? She ain't miss on that one.
No.
She did not miss on that one. So, but she became a great number 2 to Clark Kent.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie, I thought she was Oracle for a little minute. Then I had to realize Oracle was a different character.
Yes.
But I thought she was Oracle, and like she took the position of the power so well being Superman Clark Kent number 2.
But she was the inspiration behind Watchtower.
Mm-hmm. She created Watchtower.
Yes, but she was the first iteration that became the lookout of Watchtower.
You're right. I never put that together until now. Because every time you think about a Watchtower, you think about Batman doing it. You know? You might be right though. Chloe could have been like, I think they could have played
the inspiration between Smallville and the Justice League.
Yeah.
Having Watchtower.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about because her headquarters really remind me of the Watchtower.
Yes.
You know? When you saying that, it just sparked in my head like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, she created that one. So good job, Chloe. I have faith in you. If I ain't going to lie, no hate on anybody. Right? We got Lois and Lana, right?
Yes.
I really feel like Clark should have went off the Chloe other than Lana. Like, honestly, Lana was a fucking headache. Stay getting in the goddamn truck. I think that's why he fell in love with Lois.
Yes.
But Lana stayed getting in some type of mess, and then was like, I don't know how to put it. Always trying to put something up because, like, hey and love type of relationship, bro.
Well,
like, on and off, on and off, on and off. Had me just sick in the stomach, sir. Toxic relationship without being a toxic relationship.
Yes.
And they both was good people.
They both liked each other, but
they just, we're talking about bad times.
Nothing ever lined up quite right.
Until like kind of like the end, like in season, I want to say 6 and 7. No, 5 they actually got together.
Yes.
But he lost his power for like an episode. And then died.
Yes.
And it came back and was like, well, I got my abilities back. I was like, man, you better thank God for that.
Man, how many times has that man died and come back?
Oh, I can't even count no more. Shit. Being all powerful, the man be losing his life a little bit too much.
Right?
Well, I'm just saying. But Chloe, honestly, in my opinion, was better than Lana. And he should have stayed with her. But Lana was Lana.
Yes.
You know, childhood crush. You know, the actress who played Lana on Crystal, and I can't pronounce her last name.
Let me see.
Is it right on the hill, right there?
Correct. Or correct.
Like I said, I can't pronounce that. Right? I don't want to butcher this, so I'm going ahead and skip it. The actress who played that did a great job. I love her acting skills. I like Chloe better. I always feel like Chloe would have been a great first girlfriend.
Yeah.
First girlfriend.
She was definitely a ride or die.
I mean, really was, and I liked it. And the actress who played Chloe got into so much trouble.
She did.
I think that's why there's no more Chloe.
And it's so sad.
But I ain't gonna get into no details about that. But what's your favorite storyline in Smallville? Do you have a favorite storyline or anything that used to pop in your head? Anything?
I thought the Phantom Zone was interesting.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I have this question. Okay. 2 comic book heads right there. You know, what's that place called? Krypton.
Yes.
Right? They have what you call like an unnatural birth. You know, yes. Technology wise, right? Do you think they still have sex?
Apparently, because then
no. You know, Clark mom and dad, you know, had a natural birth, the last born son of Krypton, right? Mm-hmm. But you think the rest of the people had sex, or the sex was just like out the picture?
I hope not. I
mean, like I ain't gonna lie, that had me up all last night. I was thinking about it, like, did they have sex? Because everything was genetic, right? And I don't think there was clone. I think there was more genetic modified, other than clone. So because they did take 2 different DNA and merge it into one to make a person, right? It wasn't like the same person over and over and over again, you know? There were 2 different clones. Like, if you had a girlfriend, right?
So you're saying that they were all GMO?
What GMO?
Genetically modified organisms?
Yes, I think so. Because think about it, right? You got a girl, right? You had a daughter, right? I got a girl. I had a son. And then we make a deal where you got a daughter, I got a son. You know, we're high ranking. We're high ranking. We're like, okay, let your daughter. I'm gonna let my son marry your daughter. But they're gonna have a clone between two different DNA put together. They have a kid. And then one day friends have a kid, and they make an agreement. Yo, your daughter, because the marriage was like everything was pre made for them. Like, okay, you're gonna be this, you're gonna do that, and you're gonna marry her.
That's one thing that bugged me.
Yeah.
Because it was all about tribalism.
Yeah.
Between the different factions, between science, caregivers, military.
Yeah.
That bugs the crap out of me.
Yeah, that bug. I think that's why what's Clark birth father name? John.
Jor-El.
Yeah, Jor-El and his mother was like, F this. We're gonna have our own baby. And we ain't gonna put no DNA. So, right? Favorite, look, one of my favorite things is, the new adventure of Superman, the 2 main characters, what's in Smallville.
Yes.
You know, The guy who played Superman was a villain. He did an awesome, great job, right? The one who played Lois was the mother of their version of Lois. She did one episode. It was awesome. Even the guy who did the first Superman, the one that was paralyzed, he was in it. He was like, and he had a longer role than anybody else. I thought that was awesome. I thought that was like, we're gonna give respect to the people before us without messing up our rhythm of the show.
Yes.
I really liked that. I was awesome. When the first time I saw her, like, yeah, she's in it. I was hoping for a little bit more episodes.
Yes.
But it wasn't. But they still did a great job about it.
Yeah. I do love that kind of thing.
Me too. And I'm kind of hoping they two get introduced into the new Superman.
They did the same type of thing with having the actress from Wonder Woman, the original Wonder Woman, play the principal in Sky High.
You know, it took me years to realize that joke. You know that joke at the end, I am not Wonder Woman, and she walked off.
Yes.
And then I thought that was like just a fun, but I didn't get it until I realized they had a Wonder Woman show.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie, that was like 2 years ago. Because I never knew there was a Wonder Woman show, and I was just once again in the rabbit hole just looking up stuff for the fun of it. Oh, there was a Wonder Woman show. I wonder who played Wonder Woman. I looked it up. It's just the same lady from Sky High. Yes, I watched Sky High, and yes, I loved it.
Me too.
Oh, like this the principal from Sky. The joke. Oh, I'm not Wonder Woman. And then I watched the movie again. I was like, yes, you are. Stop lying.
Yeah, I caught the joke right away.
I never watched a Wonder Woman show though. I was like, wow. And she was a Supergirl.
Yes, she was.
She was the president. Turned out to be an alien.
Yes.
I was like, yo, y'all trying a little too hard on that one.
Yeah.
So let's get to our main attraction, our main fight, shall we? Superman and Lois.
Yes.
I heard talk. This one the best Superman show. Period.
Really?
Yes, everybody loved it. Episode 1, they talked about the history of Superman without being too much into the first episode. Like, it ain't just the be-all, end-all. But you learn the history between Superman.
Yes.
And then they played with the history between Superman and Lois. They introduced 2 new characters.
Yes, they did.
John Kent and Jordan Kent.
Yes.
The Super Twins.
Named after Clark's 2 fathers.
Yes. What do you think about that? Because the Super Twins were never a thing until the show.
Yeah.
It was just John. John was, remember, even in the crossover. I mean, the big crossover when even had Smallville in it.
Yes.
You know, the main character, Tom Holland, and his co-host who played Lois Lane, Erica, right, was in the show too. Did a little cameo. And we lost our shit.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, we lost our shit. So, but this is the first time they introduced the 2 characters who played Superman, you know, Tyler, and Lois Lane. You know, I can't even say her name. Betty? Bitty? Is Bitie?
Betty Tulach.
Yeah, I could have misspelled that name. I ain't gonna. I was rushing a little bit. My fault if I butchered your name. I apologize for now. They 2 got introduced. Those 2 characters got introduced to the crossover universe.
Yes, they did.
Right, the Crisis. It was called the Crisis. It was the last good crossover series.
It really was.
It really was. It was like 5 episodes, and we was all in with 5 episodes. Was on SGC.
So was.
Oh, it was, and then they introduced the guy Tyler who played in Teen Wolf, who was awesome in Teen Wolf.
He was.
Yo, I never see a 360 so much in my life. Somebody who played like a broody, I ain't gonna talk too much. Somebody who played geeky. It was like a switch of a finger. I was like, wow. Now that's great acting abilities right there.
But at the beginning of Teen Wolf, he was a little geeky.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
It was always cold-blooded to me. You know?
Okay. At the first episode of Teen Wolf, he was an asthmatic.
No, you're thinking about a different Teen Wolf. I'm thinking about MTV Teen Wolf.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they got the Teen Wolf mixed up. Thinking about the movie Teen Wolf.
No, the TV show Teen Wolf, 5 seasons.
5 seasons? You thinking about the main character? He wasn't the main character. He was a radio wolf. The main I think his name was if I'm not mistaken, He wasn't the main character. He was the guy who was away to work because of his family.
Okay.
It was him. Derek. There you go.
There. Okay.
Yeah, Derek. You got to mix up with the main character. But yeah, now he was asthmatic and geeky. I'll give you that. But I was talking about the other character.
Gotcha.
And he was cold blooded from get go.
Yeah.
He wasn't even laughing at anything. But you could man talented. I give him that. The man is talented, and I love everything he does. And then when he introduced him as Superman in the crossover, Crisis of Infinite Earth, right? I almost lost my shit. I was like, bro, man, you gonna play Superman? And then he played Superman in Supergirl season 2. They introduced him again. They really didn't introduce Lois yet, but they introduced him, and then he got the role again in Crisis, right? Once again, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now they got their own show, Superman and Lois. I ain't gonna lie, that's where you put your all in anything you do.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you're gonna get the benefit. I ain't gonna lie, if he would have just gone there for a check, he's in a couple of episodes, and he could have just gone there, did what he had to do, half-assed it. We probably have a different Superman. But he evolved it. It started off from level 1, then going up and going up and going up. I think he had power from the start, but the power was so small that they couldn't figure it out.
And remember that the abilities of the Kryptonian are from the sun.
Yeah. So with him being in the house more time didn't feed his power. So the more that he went to Smallville and got more sun, the little bit more power he got in. Did he get to a football team yet?
Yes.
Yeah. Did he join the football team? That was cool. And the more he got into his spot, the more comfortable he got with himself. The more comfortable he got with himself, the better he is. It was like I said, the writing is just awesome.
Point. It's on point.
Yeah, it's on point. It's not dropping the ball. You got introduced to another character. He ain't that far yet, so I can't talk about it. There's another character that comes in that it's just unbelievable, But we love Smallville. Not Smallville, and Superman and Lois, and we also do love Smallville.
Yeah, we do.
So that's our show for tonight. Thank you guys for watching Turd Talk, all capital letters.
Yes.
Any shout outs, any last words you want to say?
I'm going to shout out my nephew Jake.
What up, Jake?
It's been a while.
Holler at us. Maybe you could be a fan of the week. Let us know you watch the show. I like to give my shout outs to my sisters. I always love them so much. Shout out to my parents. Just because y'all my parents love you. And shout out to you, SW, for joining me in this adventure of Turd Talk, because you don't have to do it.
No.
It's a choice. And I appreciate your choice, sir. Shout out to Lenny for letting us use his backyard without us paying for it. Thank you so much. We appreciate that so very much.
Because stuff is expensive.
Stuff is expensive. And next week is your birthday special.
Yep.
We're gonna record it on Friday, but we're gonna drop on your birthday.
Yes.
So watch out for that. We're gonna drop it the 29th of August.
Yep. So
please wish SW a happy birthday on the comments. And
much appreciated.
And we will give you a shout out on the next show.
We will.
And what we gotta look forward to your show, sir? Give us a little taste.
We're going to be talking about the anime that got me started.
What anime was that, sir?
We're talking about Dragon Ball and its subsidiaries.
Right.
We're talking about History's Mightiest Disciple Kenichi.
That's a good one.
It is.
You gotta go watch it.
And Air Gear.
Air Gear. So next episode is all about anime.
Yes.
No comic books that next. All about anime, but we love it because we are anime. We are weebs. We are proud of it.
Weebs unite.
And then we're gonna call the next episode SW Birthday. So you'll know what it is. But this episode is episode 15. We're gonna call
it 15?
Yeah, it's 15. I'm pretty sure. So now I gotta go check my notes and stuff. It's not that easy.
No, it's not easy keeping everything straight.
Yeah. This episode is episode 15, season 2.
Okay.
And it's called Superfamily. So please watch this entirety. Yeah. Like and subscribe. And leave comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me, do you agree with us? Is Superman and Lois the best version of Superman TV show ever? Or you don't like it? And tell me why if you don't
Or
like
do
it.
you love the animated series?
And maybe one day we'll talk about the animated series, but that's a whole new fashion of that show. So this your boy T.O.R. Turtle, my good friend SW. This has been Turtle Talk, all capital letters.
Yes.
And say goodnight, SW.
Good night, SW.